2013, guys. As you know, my name is... I love it.
And my name is...
Alright guys, we have a very special night planned for you. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. So let's hop right into it, and let's introduce our judges. Starting from left to right, that is Mrs. Sandy Brown, Becca's mom. Mrs. Beth Ann Pearson, our Young Life Committee, by the way. And also on Young Life Committee, Miss Fran Bodycock. If you guys ever want a good dinner, Fran lives in Pittman. I will give you her address. She loves it. She can cook. This lady can cook. Okay, so regardless, Sherry, what do you think? You guys want to introduce the contestants now?
I think that would be an awesome idea.
All right, guys. So our contestants for 2013 Mr. Christmas Tree are as follows. Please give it up for Scott Roop. Being accompanied by the lovely Leah Morris. Alright, and next is Ryan, aka Pills Acker.
Escorted by Miss Kara Baker.
And last but certainly not least, we have Mr. Seth Bigum.
Beautiful Crystal Bernhorn.
Guys, give a hand for this year's 2013 Mr. Christmas Tree contestants. Alright, so our first category that we have is talent, and Scott will be going up first. So Scott, come on up while you guys can go back upstairs.
Yeah! Oh!
From what I understand, Scott's got some pretty pleasant things to say about us leaders. So I don't know. Scott, you
microphone. Good morning. Alright, so first things first, while I do this roast, I'm doing a roast on the leaders. Nothing should be taken seriously. I love the leaders with all my heart, and I'm pretty sure all of you guys do too. So. Alright, so most of you guys know Root, right? I think we can all agree that he's very photogenic. He could be an actor, come on. Now, have any of you seen The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe? Mr. Thomas. Alright, most of you should know what Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, all that stuff is, right? So most of you guys know what like Heelys are too, like the shoes with the skin. Now most of you guys think about like little kids and all that. Well, Young Life kids, we think about Marcus. Where is Marcus? Now how many of you seen Over the Hedge? So you guys know Hammy. What is the first thing you think of when you see Hammy?
Mr.
Sherry. Always hyper, always wants that cookie. Don't give Sherry the cookie. Or chocolate. She gets really hyper and scary. Good morning. Good morning. And have you guys ever heard of a kangaroo deer? Most of you have probably never heard of it. What I have to say is, Mary believes. Inside joke.
You had to read it.
And just remember, I love my leaders.
Alright, thank you guys so much. That was so much fun. I love Hammy.
I look better than Mr. Thomas. I look a lot better than Mr. Thomas. I look a lot better than him.
Alright, put your hands together for our next contestant, Ryan Ecker.
Good morning.
Where's Marcus?
Good morning. Where is he?
Oh, the majestic man.
What's up, puppy?
The song means a lot to me, and it helps me get through the hardest times. And I don't want any of you to laugh at this, because this is completely serious. So please just feel with me, because this is a really close song.
I'll sing with you.
What if the world was made of glazed donuts? You would be you would be like, man, that's freaking sweet. I can't believe the world is made of donuts. What if your hands were made of hot pockets? You would be the first one to be eaten in survival situations. What if your thumb rolled like a dinosaur? What if you peed out of your nose? What if your face was shaped like Mexico, or trapezoids, or Texas and Hawaii? What if the world was made of other worlds combined into a world just like the world you started with? What if another world then ate the world made out of donuts, making all the donut people ticked? What if your face was made of bumblebees? You would be like, dude, this really sucked. I do not want a face made out of bumblebees. What if your dad was made of rainbows? You would be like, OMG, that's lame. I want a dad made out of ninja robots. I'm sorry. Alright. What if the pool was filled with applesauce? What if a hot dog was your tongue? What if your mouth was filled with broken glass and fire ants and creamy jambalaya? Get water. What if you tried to make a spaceship with a cannon that shoots crocodiles at everyone you hate? What if those crocodiles could shoot heat-seeking killer bees, ensuring that there would be no be like, oh, look at puppy dog. Look at puppy dog. Come here. Hey, what you doing, little guy? What you doing? Where's your puppy dog? Here's your puppy dog. Here's your puppy dog. Here's your puppy dog. When the squirrels go during hurricanes, what if your butt was on your chest? What if guitars could shoot out sour cream, or nacho cheese, or pure sulfuric acid? What if the world was made of...
Sherry, I'm pretty sure Ryan didn't take his medicine today.
What if the world was made of Ryan?
That'd be a sad world. I love you, buddy. I love you. All right.
So Ryan.
Guys, I've had to deal with that since his freshman year. Can you imagine camp trips with him? All right, so next up we have the one and only Seth Bigham.
Seth, you're pretty. 1 minute.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Steve. You guys hear me? Yes! Get on your back. Steve. I want to hear your voice.
Hot dog, diggity dog.
Thank you.
Give it up for Darren!
Give it up for Ruth.
Thank you, Mr. Let me just figure out if this is working. Is that loud enough? No, louder. How about that? Are you sure? It's not gonna be too loud? It's good. Okay. Thank you. So about 2.5 weeks ago, I decided to teach myself how to play piano.
I doubt that.
It kind of went okay. I'll show you what happened.
You're good.
Thank you. A dog goes wolf, a cat goes meow, a bird goes tweet. What?
Keep going. Keep going.
A cow goes moo, a frog goes croak, an elephant goes too. But there's one sound that no one knows. What does the fox say? You never hit that note, I don't know why. Ring-a-ding-a-ring, ding-ding. Ring-a-ding-a-ring, ding-ding. Ring-a-ding-a-ring, ding-ding. Ring-a-ding-a-ring, ding-ding.
You're good.
Pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa. Pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa. Chopped out
After the second part. Something's weird. They have really, really blue eyes and a really, really pointy nose. And then they go chasing mice. And then they go digging holes. Now you have tiny paws. Then you're going up a hill. And finally you're standing still. Your fur is red, so beautiful, like an angel in disguise. But if you ever meet a friendly horse, would you communicate by Morse? How would you communicate to that horse? What does the fox say? Cha 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 cha. Cha 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 cha. Ka 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 ka. Ka 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 ka. Ka 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 ka. That's all I got for you.
Wow. All right, well, a couple weeks ago, we got the chance to sit down with our contestants and ask them a couple of questions regarding if they were to win this contest tonight. So let's play the video.
Hey, this is Z-Money introducing these guys, interviewing these guys for Mr. Christmas Tree. With recent current events and natural disasters, how would you, as Mr. Christmas Tree, ease the fear of the public and assure us everything will be alright in the new year?
Multimedia, Christmas time music, brainwashing, extravagance.
I will personally hire Vin Diesel to beat up any terrorists, and I will hire Captain Planet to take care of any weather control.
I think the question that you're actually asking is, will it snow? And yes, it will. It will snow a whole lot.
With American households choosing artificial trees, how would you use your title as Mr. Christmas Tree to ensure the job opportunities of fellow trees?
Well, personally, I think it's a good idea to get all the Christmas trees recruited into a giant army, and we will storm the houses of the people who are using artificial Christmas trees and make the houses more American.
Anyone who owns an artificial tree, I will plant acres of trees in their backyard, and if they do not have a backyard, I will put soil on their roofs and make trees grow out of it.
Tree unemployment has been on the rise for decades, and I believe that we need to do an educational reform to truly fix this problem. With proper educational structure, I believe that we will finally be able to have a good education, which has been proven to really show an improvement in career.
Spider-Man taught us all that with great power comes great responsibility. How would you, as Mr. Christmas Tree, use your power responsibly to ensure a better world this year?
With great power comes great responsibility. And ever since my accident last year, being attacked by a radioactive Christmas tree, I decided my goal should be becoming Mr. Christmas Tree. I will use my power to make sure Christmas is well for everybody.
With the power of Mr. Christmas Tree, I will give every single person in this world a present, which will be either an actor, a singer, or an artist for one day, and they will sing any song, draw you anything, or write anything to you for the entire day.
I have two things to say. One, Spider-Man never taught me that. Uncle Ben did. And two, I will, with my power, remove North and South Dakota and join them together and name it South Canada.
What element best describes your personality?
My element would probably be plutonium, because my love for Christmas can power anything.
If you were to become Mr. Christmas Tree, how would you use your newly found celebrity status to influence the world?
So, with all the power in the world as Mr. Christmas Tree, I would get anyone any gift that they want, even people, powers, or objects.
What are 3 items you would want if you were stranded on a deserted island with Rube?
Oh, Mr. Robbie and I go way back. And I feel like we don't need 3 things, we only need 2. And those 2 things are lots of salt. Mr. Robbie loves his salt. 2, blankets to cuddle at night.
There will be no cuddling. No cuddling. No cuddling. He is 17 and yeah, okay. I know. Sorry, what do we have next?
Hey, guess what's coming up next? It's our swimsuit.
Yes!
Okay, our first contestant with the swimsuit. Please put your hands together for Scott Root.
Scott, you intend to swim in that?
Old school, baby, old school.
Everybody should swim like a gentleman.
Everybody should swim like a gentleman. Give it up to Scott! Swimming like a gentleman. Alright, next we have Ryan. Ryan, there is no way your parents could be remotely proud of you whatsoever. Oh no, you said yeah!
Alright, and our last contestant, let's give it up for Seth
Looking good, Seth, looking good. Okay, you can stop throwing the snow now. Alright. Alright, let's get one more hand for our contestants. Alright guys, go change into your trees. Alright, and I believe we have some announcements, guys. I can't read those announcements. Alright, so our next Young Life Club, boy, I will knock you out. Alright, disregard that. Our next Young Life Club will be here on January 14th. And then, right after that, where are we going, guys? So, I don't think they were loud enough. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you were loud. Where are we going, guys? Alright, I like it. Apparently there's a guy's sleepover, I don't know where. Here. Okay, so Saturday, this Saturday, guys sleepover here at 6 o'clock at night. And on Christmas Eve morning, there will be a guy's breakfast at PB Diner. It's in Gloucester. It's $13 per person. I've been to this before. The food is excellent. Anybody can come. Any male, any guy can come to this. Wow. Okay. What? Okay, so we need to know by Thursday. So if you decide Friday you want to come, you can't. So stay home. But all right, so we have a video for you guys of what this winter camp may look like.
Back here in the corner.
Alright, so who's going to winter camp? That does not sound like enough of you. You need to come on this trip. Best weekend of your life, hands down. I promise you this. Alright, so moving forward, Shirley, what do you have next?
Next on our list for tonight is the Parade of Trees. This is is how we decide who gets to be Mr. Christmas Tree on top of everything else we've seen tonight. This should be the highlight.
All right, so Sean, could you please dim the lights for us, for our contestants? Rob's got it. All right. All right, so Scott, if you are ready, without further ado. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. Looking tree.
Thank you. I like that. Wait, gentleman's tree.
That is a gentleman's tree. All right, Ryan. I can't wait to see this one.
Let's give it up for Ryan.
Make some judges real quick so they can see it.
Ryan's jiggly. You don't have to plug him in over there anymore. We changed it last second.
Yeah, for me. I'm louder than you.
Ryan, back up a little bit. What does that look like? And lastly, but not least, Seth Bigham.
It is
Sure, Seth, take your time. It's cool. Give it a hand for the Mr. Christmas Tree contestants. Gentlemen, if you wish to bribe the judges, this is your last chance to do it before they make their decision. Yeah, they probably can't be bribed, so. All right, guys, why don't you head back upstairs while the judges deliberate and decide who will be Mr. Christmas Tree.
raise the lights.
Yeah, can we get those lights back? Mr. Rob Pascal, can we get the lights back? And I do believe Sherry has the honor of introducing someone very close to her.
Someone very close to me. I get it. He's literally right next to me. Alright guys, I just want to thank you guys all for coming out. I want to introduce to you my husband Eric. He's going to give us a wonderful talk today. Let's put your hands together for Eric Riddell.
few minutes if you don't mind. I'm using the mic. That was too much. I don't like talking on the mic. Anyway, all right. So I just need your attention for just a few minutes. Obviously, you just saw the Christmas story, so I'm done. Good night. All right. No, not really. Hey, listen. I do. You know, just imagine that. That's how. I mean. Yeah, this is a neat little story or way of, you know, how the Christmas story might be communicated if it were to happen today. Obviously, the Christmas story, as we know, Jesus was born. It was about a little over 2,000 years ago, and you know, tonight we can kind of, you know, you can hear all the different stories about. Was he born on December 25th? Was he born in March? Was he born in the spring? You know, none of that matters, right? The fact of the matter is that he was born, and that's what I want to kind of focus on tonight for just a few moments. I'm not going to go repeat the Christmas story because you just watched it. And that is basically the story out of Luke 2. And you can, if you know the Christmas story, that's kind of what happened in the way we kind of talk today and the media and the technology that we have and stuff. How many of you like presents? All right, who doesn't like presents? Come on, really? All right, yeah, it depends, right? Yeah, but when you see a present, you know, someone got a present right here. Like, who doesn't want to just kind of rip into it and see what's in it, right? Who's it for? Might be, who knows? Could be for somebody good than that. So, but anyway, right? But how many of you have ever, like, opened up the gift and then you realize what's in it and you go, gee, you shouldn't have. And you really shouldn't have. Right? Did you ever get that gift? Right? A box of imagination. Awesome. All right. So, listen, what I want to share with you tonight, just for a brief moment, is a gift that God gave us. And hopefully tonight you'll look at it and go, wow, you shouldn't have, but I'm really glad you did. And that's what I want to kind of look at tonight. What I want to read for you is a passage out of the book of the Bible. It's in John chapter 8, and it's going to be verses 3 to 11. Now, the story is about a woman caught in adultery. What's that have to do with Christmas? It has everything to do with Christmas. And this is what I'm going to read. And we're going to take a look at this real fast. Okay? In John chapter 8, starting at verse 8, or chapter 8, starting at verse 2, it says, at dawn, speaking about Jesus, it says, Jesus went to the Mount of Olives. At dawn, he appeared again in the temple courts where all the people gathered around him, and he sat down to teach them. He's basically having church. This is what you want to look at, okay? The teachers of the law and the Pharisees brought in a woman caught in adultery. They made her stand before the group and said to Jesus, Teacher, this woman was caught in the act of adultery. In the law, Moses commanded us to stone such a woman. Now, what do you say? They were using this question as a trap in order to have a basis for accusing him. I want to stop right there and just talk for a second. First off, I want you to picture this. Jesus is sitting in the temple courts teaching. All right? Pharisees, the religious leaders of all that time, all of a sudden burst through the doors, dragging this woman in who was caught in the act. She's naked. She's, completely shamed, guilt-driven, and completely uncovered. Not only that, the religious leaders are carrying stones. They had all intentions of, they're killing this woman because, according to the law, Moses' law, somebody caught in the act of adultery was stoned to death. Pretty harsh stuff. Now, if you were a visitor to the temple that day, can you imagine what kind of church service that would be? I'd be a little kind of scared. Well, what kind of church is this, right? Walking in and going, okay, they're carrying stones and there's a naked woman up front.
Tuesday nights.
Now, but what's really fascinating is think about this woman for just a moment. One, there's a couple quick observations. Obviously, she was caught red-handed in the act of doing something she wasn't supposed to be doing. She didn't have time to cover. The religious leaders busted in and just grabbed her. My other question is where was the guy? For one thing, because you only hear the story of the woman, but obviously it takes two for the act. Nowhere was the man.
But here she is, she's brought before them in complete judgment and condemnation and ready to pay the price of what she had to do. And what does Jesus do? And this is what I find interesting. Have you ever thought about yourself? Have you ever been in a situation where you were that woman? And guys, I'm not, don't take this right. Have you ever been in a situation where you were caught in something that you know you were wronged? And you felt the guilt, you felt the shame, and you just wanted to die, curl up and die, and hide, We all have those types of experiences. And what I found very interesting is what Jesus did. Picking up in verse 6, he says, "But Jesus bent down and started to write on the ground with his finger." What? Okay. What's that about? Here he is, he's got this case brought before him, and he stoops down and starts writing in the sand. When they kept on questioning him, he straightened up and said to them, "If any one of you is without sin, let him be the first to throw a stone at her." And then again he stooped down and wrote on the ground. It's pretty powerful stuff. And what it has to do with the Christmas story is Jesus stooped. He stooped below everything so that he can stand above everything. And that's what the Christmas story is about. We sit and we celebrate this time of year of Christ's birth. But what was his ultimate purpose? It was to die for us and give us a hope. And that's what I just kind of really just want to just encourage you with tonight. Maybe this holiday season is a rough one for you. You're going through some rough times. I mean, honestly, this past year, I kind of looking back on it, up until a couple days ago, I wasn't very into the Christmas spirit. We all kind of had that, okay, it's Christmas, the hustle and the bustle and everything else. But why do we really celebrate this season? I went through a battle of cancer last year. I'm struggling with finances, to provide for my family. I mean, there's things really? God, where are you in all this? But he's healed me. And he provides for us. I have a roof over my head. I have a roof over my head for my family. And we have vehicles to get to work, those type of things. And I can have hope in that. And it's all because of the gift that he gave me. And the gift that he can give to you tonight too. And I wonder the other thing I kind of stop and picture is what did he write in the sand? As he's kind of talking, and one by one, he picks up in the story, he says, at that, when he made that statement, if anyone is without sin, let him throw the first stone. At that point, those who heard began to go away one at a time, the older ones first, until only Jesus was left, with the woman still standing there. Jesus straightened up and asked her, "Woman, where are they? Has no one condemned you?" "No one, sir," she said. "Then neither do I condemn you," Jesus declared. "Go now and leave your life of sin." Can I have somebody come up here real quick? Kat, come on up. I'm going to give you this gift. You can open it. Just open it real quick, because actually, there's something inside I want you to tell me what's in there. You can have this gift too. Can you tell me what it says?
Grace happened here.
Grace happened here.
I kind of picture, you can show that next slide too, that picture. Back up. I kind of picture that's what Jesus wrote in the sand. Grace. Because he tells the woman, he says, "I don't condemn you." But then he also challenges her not to go and to leave that sinful life and to go and sin no more. I just came across this picture on Facebook somebody had posted, and it just kind of was just a neat little reminder to me of how lost we are. See, the story behind this picture is a few weeks ago, it's a stray German Shepherd, didn't have a home, and it was a cold night, and it was trying to find a place of warmth. And some people came across this manger scene and saw the shepherd and took a picture of it. What a picture of us that are lost, finding rest in the arms of grace. the neat thing about that story is that a few days later, the dog was given a home. Somebody adopted it, took it in. And, just like that, you have the opportunity tonight to have that hope given to you as well. Grace, the dog found Grace with an owner. Somebody took him in and adopted him. And just like us, that we're lost, Christ offers us the grace. So my question to you and my challenge to you tonight is, will you unwrap his gift? I'd like to pray for you if I can for just a moment, if you don't mind. Thanks. God, I just thank you for your word, and I thank you for your grace, especially at this holiday season. We sit and we can get into all the hustle and the bustle and the busyness and everything that can kind of distract us for what this holiday really means. And it's about the birth of your Son and the grace that you have shown us and we can have. No matter what the circumstance you're going through, God, I just pray for each one here that they can find just that hope and that joy, that whatever circumstance it is that they think that they can't get through, that you're there and you offer them a place of rest. So I just thank you for the rest of this. I thank you for this event with Mr. Christmas Tree. I just thank you that we have just great kids here just to be able to be a part of this night, and just pray, bring us back all safely next time. And I pray all this in your name. Amen.
On a very serious note, guys, all of us leaders here have unwrapped that gift that Eric was just talking about. So if you guys are curious about that and want to know what that looks like, or everything that comes with it, or just have any questions and want to talk,
He's the
please pull
hammy
us
in
aside.
me. He's the hammy in me.
The what now?
The hammy.
Is that English?
It's a squirrel! Yeah, Mr. Thomas!
Fair enough.
Keep up!
All right, but yes, if you guys would like to talk afterwards, please pull one of those leaders aside. So, now is the time we find out who Mr. Christmas Tree is. Can we please get our contestants back down here? I have personally, I've known all these guys for about 3 years now, and it just went by in the blink of an eye. I will miss all of you when you graduate, but that's 6 months down the road. You guys all did a great job. You cracked me up. I thought it was hilarious, but you've been cracking me up for 3 years. So I just wanted to say that. To pronounce this year's 2013 Mr. Christmas Tree, let's give a warm welcome to 2012's Mr. Christmas Tree, Sean Armando.
I'm just going to hold this. First off, Rue, you're lying. They were not as good as last year. Good, but mediocre. There comes a great pride and honor in winning this. I took my talents up to Eastern University for the past 4 months, and I'm going to say this. We planted a lot of natural Christmas trees, and we burned 1,000 different artificial trees. So I hope you guys carry on this legacy. And represent this title well. And I'm not going to make a big, long speech like the guy who won it before me did, because everyone knows that's really boring. So. Without further ado, I'm going to announce the winner of this year's 2013 Mr. Christmas Tree. So first off, I need a drum roll. And the winner this year is something.
All right, one more hand for Seth. And And for everybody, for all the contestants. Alright, thank you guys. Thank you very much, guys. You can go upstairs. Congratulations, Seth.
Thank you.
Alright.